going on, guys? Sacred Black Sheep with another video, and today is a little bit different. I guess we're gonna have a little story time. What's today? It is July 12th, and it's essentially 9:09 right now as I'm recording this video. But earlier today, I ended up having a visit with a soulmate. Well, it wasn't. Well, it was a planned meeting. I actually had to get a haircut. But about that though, it was actually planned for yesterday. But of course, something came up, and he once again couldn't fail to contact me beforehand to, be professional about the whole situation. But again, I'm still learning about my self-worth and value and all this other stuff, and I'm testing the waters with him to really even kind of make sure that he actually is like a true soulmate that's actually necessary for the rest of my purpose, I guess, moving forward in my life, I should say. So, and I kind of got confirmation on basically how I'm going to be moving, especially once these cards that I pulled out. But interesting situation was that, when he told me that he couldn't cut my hair yesterday, his roommate was around. I feel like his roommate is always around, and I feel like he's like the main part in this. Well, not the main part, but he's definitely somebody associated with this, what I found, but again, but I played it cool. I shrugged it off like it was nothing. I didn't make a big deal about it because I'm pretty sure that's what they were trying to get out of me, a reaction. So one thing I'm learning is the best reaction is not to react at all, or at least give them a reaction that they weren't really expecting. So that being said, I brushed it off, and we were scheduled for the next day, which was today at around 1 in the afternoon. Oh, and I ended up showing up early too yesterday, and he had me waiting, and that was another thing too. But so today I ended up showing up late, but I wanted to be the bigger person and text him, but I already know he got me blocked. But you gotta play the part. So I told him I was gonna be late. I ended up showing up late, and it was like a little bit past 1:30, like I told him, or it was gonna be 1:30 when I was gonna be there, but it's past 1:30. I get there. He wasn't there, but of course the roommate was there. It's slightly raining. He comes to the door. Oh, the Aquarius is, he went to the store real quick. He'll be right back. All right, well, I'm here to get my hair cut. You're not gonna invite me in? I didn't ask him that, but I'm just thinking that. I'm just, subtle things that I'm being mindful of, people's presence and their impressions and stuff like that. And he already kind of made a bad impression the first time I met him. So I've already got my eyebrow raised whenever he comes around. But moving forward, he goes back inside, closes the door. I sit out there and I wait for him as it slowly, as the rain slowly comes down. He's walking up the street at a normal pace, and I guess once he saw me, he decides to slow it down. Guess he wasn't expecting me to show up. Surprise! I'm not like certain people. I'm gonna be a man of my word until you can be a man and address me and tell me to fuck off. But, but moving forward, we go inside, he sets up. Usually, right, the way he cuts his hair, he cuts my hair in the kitchen. So, but usually he has the chair facing the doorway, but this time we were facing the table. But of course, that was only because his roommate was there, and I guess we were about to have some type of three-way conversation. But I sat there and I'm just like confused, as to why he's around. I mean, I get your roommates or whatever, but he has his own room. He can go smoke in air. Like, why does he need to be around here? And he wasn't like he was engaging anyway, so it's just like, again, why are you here? Didn't say that, but I'm keeping mental notes in my head, right? So, he's slowly setting up, and I'm just sitting there. And I think homie was about to roll up, but then I pulled out my pen and I started smoking because I'm not trying to get involved in whatever this setup is, because I feel like this is a setup. But again, we're gonna get into the cards in a second. What else happened? Yeah, so he sits there, he, you know, starts cutting my hair or whatever, and we're just sitting there. It's kind of quiet because it's awkward, because I'm feeling the vibe, or I'm feeling the energy of the room, and it's not really sitting well with me. And I'm really feeling super uncomfortable. And everybody else seems cool, playing it cool, but you know, I'm pretty sure they can feel my energy as well. But they're waiting for me to explode. So I'm just like, I'm really trying to figure out the proper way to at least be starting a conversation. But he ended up starting a conversation anyway. It was like very subtle, very light. I think it was something about, oh, the pen. He mentioned that, and that's how the conversation got started. But it was, again, that wasn't much. So then that's when I decided to throw this conversation left. I started with this, how do you handle a stalker without involving the ops? Because yesterday, when I woke up this morning, or that morning, right, setting up, or, you know, getting ready to start, not even before I even started my day, I wake up and my stomach is turning. Mind you, I'm a Virgo, and that's a big indicator to keep your ass the fuck still. Don't move, don't do anything, trust your intuition and all that. But, you know, I end up fighting it and going through it anyway. So when I end up getting out of bed and I'm getting ready, I peek outside my window and I see a woman outside. Well, like the way my room is set up, I'm on a high level, so I can look down basically and far at a distance. So looking up, it really is like, you're really like, it's obvious that you're looking up, because the way the building is set up, there's really not much to look at up when you really can just be looking at the low levels. So again, if you're looking up, you're looking at me. So again, she tried to play it cool. She walked across the street. Guess she went to take a look at the garden, then walk back across the street. So as soon as I put my mask on and I put my head back out, that's when she wanted to take the camera out and take a photo or whatever. Then she wanted to walk up the little alleyway and be on about her way. But mind you, that's not the first time somebody did that before. They ended up catching me downtown at one point, and as I was coming up from the orange line, they ended up taking a picture. She wears a scrub, so most likely she works at the hospital. Or at least, you know, they're associated with this going on over here. Potentially, there's a reason why I'm making this video. Because again, it was awkward, you know. Why is this person showing up twice? If that's not the same person, and it's, again, associations. But moving forward, so I ended up bringing that conversation up. And the moment I brought that whole how to deal with the stalker situation, homie got up. He got his shit up and got the fuck out of Dodge and left us alone. And it made me wonder, like, well, are you the one that's setting this up? Are you the one that's behind this? Are you the one that's associated with the baby mom, or whoever he's associated with, or both of y'all in cahoots with each other? Like, but I'm not going to sit there and overstep boundaries just yet, because again, like, I like to play a fool first, because playing the fool is only going to show, you know, show the wolf the wolves are going to eventually show their teeth. So you play an innocent sheep until they basically pounce. But yeah, once we got our little alone time, I finally slowly started to gauge conversations about faith and religion, and I didn't really get into the soulmate connection just yet, because, you know, I don't know why I didn't, because the conversations that I was having with the whole religion thing, it was just like, he's not aligning. It's not really aligning with me, and it's sad, because of how much I really truly care about this person. And, you know, if you don't want to recognize me for who I truly am, then that's fine. But at least have the audacity to be grown enough to recognize who you are, so you can better yourself and at least be, you know, more presentable in the world. Because for about a month now, I've been trying to gauge this energy. Actually, it's been more than a month, because this is about like my third or fourth haircut now from this guy. So I've been gauging this energy for a while now, you know, ever since we've been in contact with it. I've been gauging it, not trying to overstep my boundaries, because again, like, I want to make sure this is right. But this entire time, it's just like he's hasn't changed at all. Like, you still are kind of low vibing. It's like you want to change, but you feel like you fucked up, or you've made some very fucked up decision that you feel like you can't be redeemed from, or something like that. That's what I get. There's a nostalgia card in here, but I guess we can finally get into it though. I guess I want to mention that, you know. I mean, after he finished cut, but another thing too. The last time he cut my hair, he was very quick with it. But this time, there wasn't much to cut because for some reason my hair is growing really slow. But he only was able to shape me up, and then I was only able to pay. I wanted to give him 10, but I gave him 15 as a benefit of the doubt because, you know, I'm a generous person. Still trying to show him that kind-hearted individual that I am, that unconditional love that I still have for you, regardless if I feel like you're lying to me or not. I'm not going to call you out on it because I'm really trying to avoid confrontation. But at the end of the day, whatever it is that you're withholding, whatever truth that you're withholding, you're only hurting yourself at the end of the day. I'm no longer crying over this anymore. Unfortunately, I guess for you, it's unfortunate. But, well, I can't say that. I kind of cried earlier. It was more like a purging because it's just getting like, this was like the final kind of realization of it all. And this is why we're here with this video, 11 minutes in. So I end up pulling from the Heal Yourself cards, which was like, I got these thinking that these were like a different iteration of a Lenormand deck, which you kind of can say it is. So the card I ended up picking up, I wasn't trying to show you that one yet, but it was the Self-Love. Of course, with the Heal Yourself, the self-love will come in, right? Self-love. And in that book in particular, I'm not going to read into the whole thing, but just enough so you can at least read the phrase, or at least get the phrase of it, right? It is, what, 24? 24, it is, let's see. Self-love. Take time out to get to know yourself and work what works for you in particular in this particular cycle of your life. So basically, right, after I left that place and I came here, I was trying to get into the energy and really just wanted to see if I was doing anything, just try to get it from my perspective. But I pulled this out and I read it and I kind of, was putting some accountability on myself about certain things, and maybe I need to love myself more instead of really trying to focus on, whatever this connection is. But then something told me to grab these cards, right? These are a deck just for me created by LaRasha, who is Goddess Queen Just Me 23 on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow her, right? So I decided to pull these cards out, and the first card that came out was Black Widow. A karmic person from the past life that is hidden by the veil, a family and karmic soulmates, blood contracts, hard to break cords. So when that card popped out, and also that was going to be like the one card that I popped out, and at the bottom of the deck was, I can't make this shit up. So that's when it really made me start to go deeper into this reading, right, with the other cards. So then that's where you see, that's not even the because I end up pulling other ones, right, more. So then I end up getting the Reaper, right, and that says, relationship is over, endings, closures, no second chances, letting go, watch my exit, right? And that's with the Sacred Fool. Oh yeah, you can't really see that. Maybe I should move that up. Damn camera. The Sacred Fool, and then I end up pulling, the Me Time with the Nostalgia, right, and the Faith in the Process, and then the Social Media, and then I got Go Getter with that one. All right, so with that Black Widow, it made me think about homie, right? how when I brought up that whole stalker situation, he was quick to leave. He could be in association with somebody that Aquarius knows, right? Making assumptions, not really factual or anything, but you know, hypotheticals, right? We're learning how to use these cards and how the energy works with the cards, right? So, Black Widow, self-love. Also, I end up using the Karma cards and the Cancer card fell out. It says your feelings, attitudes from the past about, use your intuition and then on the flip side, right? It says intuition to protect, attitudes from the past about, resulting from the history of. Right? And again, that's Cancer. That's also water. And as you see, it talk about intuition and past, right? As we just saw about the karmic, or the Black Widow, right? Karmic and past life partners. Then also we have from the Lenormand deck, the 5, which is the tree. And there is the 7 of Cups, right? So this is basically the family tree, bloodlines, family history, all that, right? And then as you can see, you see the tree of life design. That, of course, is about family. It's more so about the bond. I feel like it's really somebody in somebody's family that's a Black Widow. Well, yeah, usually they are. But this is why I feel like it's with this whole like that stalking situation. I feel like it's in somebody's family. I don't know if it's from my family or his family, but it's somebody's family. Could be damn Leo, but I don't have. Well, fire is over here somewhere in this me time, so we won't get into that with this Sacred Fool, right? But the reason why I bring up the homie, right? We have the Sage, and then we have the 4 of Earth, right? This looks like, you know, somebody, you see he's like in a room or whatever, 4 walls. He's trying to hold it together, right? But you could kind of see, if you could really, there we go. See, he's got like a little bruise on his arm, and it's like blood on his hands. So he's a little hurt holding this up by himself. But yet, there's a Sage, all right? Somebody, a Black Widow, but somebody doing magic to prevent this person from really getting any help, right? They're being stopped from being a hustler, a go-getter, ambitious on go. Watch my footwork. Or not really stop, slow down. I mean, you can't really stop me from doing anything. I mean, you can try to. You try to put me in a box, but you know, they also tried to kill Jesus. Sacred Fool, right? Sacred Fool is about, literally, to me, it's the Fool card, taking a leap of faith. But this Sacred Fool, it's more like it's like a spiritual thing, like, and I think that's the reason why this Reaper thing is here. The Reaper is here. Relationships is over. This Sacred Fool, it's like, it's taking that, it is like going the extra mile for something. It's taking any action, or taking the action regardless of how the outcome is going to be, but not in a malicious intent. It's a way to help you move forward in life. And again, I think that's why this Sacred Fool, again, it's not really here to end a relationship, but I feel like it's here to help you cut that cord from that Black Widow, right? It says endings, the relationship's over, endings, closures, no second chances, letting go, watch my exit. But this go-getter, watch my footwork. So somebody's working so focused on money that they don't even realize that they are in a whole Black Widow entrapment. Not an entanglement, but an entrapment. That's at the bottom of this deck. Also, Venus could be significant with that karma card. So maybe that Cancer has Venus, so that they may have Cancer in Venus. That may be significant to you or the cross watcher or the person in that family. They may have Venus or Cancer in Venus. That may be very important. You know, if not, then Cancer is their sun sign, moon sign. You take it for what it is. I mean, it doesn't really have to be their specific sun, but definitely somebody's working in their emotions and their intuition, and they're working with magic and a Black Widow, somebody in your family. That's all I gotta say. But again, this Sacred Fool here, which I would like to believe is me, that comes in to really is whose job it is to really kind of help and heal people. Like, we came together for a purpose. You was already probably dealing with this, and you're still dealing with this now, and you don't even have a way of telling me. At the bottom of the deck, addictions is here. We already just had a talk about quitting smoking. I'm already on a transition from quitting actual weed. I mean, I'm still gonna grow and shit, but like, as far as me rolling up in wraps and buying weed, nope. I'll stick to my pens, and that's my transition until I can officially quit smoking. So, yeah. 21 minutes in. Jesus, I need to make this quick because I want to do another video with this energy. I end up pulling from my Isis Oracle, right? I just pulled it. I just be pulling, and I'll do one. I don't know. This was a random pull I did, but I end up getting the Talismans of Potency. It says, sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intentions, helping you heal the split between the spirit and the matter, bringing physical and matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with the sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. So as you see, I'm using tarot, right, as a way to kind of heal myself and for therapy and counseling purposes. You know, in no way, shape, or form am I using this to try to invade anybody's privacy, to expose anybody's fucked up life. Oh, I'm not gonna say fucked up life, because we all are. Well, I mean, we're all fucked up. You know, my life ain't perfect, as you can see. I'm slowly getting myself out here. You know, putting myself out there. But yeah. But I'm using these as a tool to help people, and I think that's what this is basically saying. You know, and I was explaining to that Aquarius. You know, I finally told him that I get into this shit. He claims that he don't know nobody, but we'll see. So clearly somebody's in your family, or somebody's working with the family, right? But here I have the Sun card from the Lenormand deck, which in traditional tarot is about enlightenment, but this is the first time this actually was out for me as a reader. Or since I had the cards. So it says, I am success, hear me roar. I control your ego and charisma. I boost your confidence and courage. I bring victory and glory, but be careful not to get too cocky or you will burn by arrogance like Icarus. Wow. Okay. That's funny. I did a video, right, that mentions Icarus, Kid Icarus, or Pit from, you know, the Kid Icarus video game. And Black Widow came up in that reading, along with, from the Isis deck, Initiation. And I think that one was going to be like some type of, from that reading I did, I was getting like a Black Widow initiation though. It was like some other cards that came out that was like slowly kind of solidifying how like they're either bringing in like other women or, you know, other like karmics into their groups, and under the full moon, because the moon is here, that's when they start their rituals, and they bring in the masculines, and they do those rituals. Either they're using sex magic or they're using some type of spell work. But I feel like that's usually what's going on. I'm gonna just show y'all that there's a moon here. Wait, the moon is here. It's all about secrets and shit. So, and then the social media is there. So, if you're watching me on social media, because I think I mentioned it before about Black Widows and stuff like that too, and then like, it's slowly going to come to you, like all this shit. And again, this is nostalgia. The nostalgia card is here, so it's about the past as well, and the faith in the process. I didn't intentionally pick these cards. I really do shuffle and they fly out. Like, again, I don't need to manipulate anything to create anything. I can always speak my truth without these fucking cards, honestly. But I would like to use these again for therapeutic reasons. But the faith in the process is literally what it is. Just keep exactly what she's doing. You see, she praying and she humbling herself. I don't know, maybe animals could be significant to you. Actually, they are, because in this, I end up pulling from the Dreams of Gaia deck, right? We have the 4, right? Or it's a 5, 6, 7 of Earth. As you see, it's all about meditation, being Zen, one with the Earth. Also, 2, I pulled from the Phoenix cards, right? This is about past lives, and this is the Zen Buddhist design. So again, I think with the whole spiritual, well, not again, but I think with the spirituality, right? At least for me, it's about that. It's it's about at least tapping into this energy and getting and becoming more Zen-like. It's getting aligned. It's about alignment, chakras alignment, ascension. Do you want to go to heaven, right? We talked about that. We talked about that too. Like, we actually had a conversation today. Wow, look at that. What do you know? But we had to get rid of a motherfucker in order for me to do that, right? But I end up having these Bible cards. It may or it may not be significant, but it says the ancient Assyrian city of Nineveh, right? And then it says Nahum, abbreviation Na, Minor Prophets, Hebrew, 3 chapters, author Nahum. Nahum prophecies that the complete and final destruction of Nineveh is approaching, mentions that Nineveh is a bloody city all full of lies and robbery. That's the Old Testament. It may or may not be significant to you, but again, with that whole this Zen Buddhist design, while my right ear is ringing, I'm getting a download right now as we speak. I also pulled the Deer Pathfinder. Trust your instincts to guide you through this situation. Alright, so with the, oh damn, again, I'm all over the place now. But I was talking about the sun and the enlightenment and Icarus. And oh damn, I really was jumping all over the place. But back to the book. The solar face as the moon that follows carries the essential nature of this card as a blessing, success, and big luck. In this card, we also see a scroll of time. As the sun marks the passing of the hour, the shadow falls up on the number 6, a solar number. The sun shines and everything under its light grows. The card around this card is in a reading will be well expected and it bodes well at the end of the line to card. At the end of the line cards too. What? Okay. The light that shines from the sun card is energizing and revitalizing in nature. It also signifies the confidence to step out into the light by engaging with a project or taking a new direction. Sacred Fool, look at that, taking a leap of faith. So it's like really owning your power, right? As I say that, right? So we have I think the Queen of Water, and then we have the shit. It's just something to fire, but I believe that's like the Knight, I believe, in this deck, and that's the wrong book. Oh, that's over there. Right. But to me, though, this is about, I mean, because there's fire and water there, there's a balance. And because this may be a queen and a page, right, that also could signify somebody else, right, another person. Let's see, the fire, that's XI, that's 12, right? 12 of fire. Oh, wow, the hero, right? So, intuition and action. So I feel like even if I'm unable to really come in and tell this person straight up like what's going on in this situation, I can create these videos, put them out here, right? And then have faith that everything is just going to work out. This earth is here as well. Wow. So faith in the process really means what it exactly says, but like because earth is here, it's going to be a slow process. A very slow process for it to work out. And it's only because I feel like that's only because you know, it's the me time. You're so confident. Oh, yeah, it was the hero fire, and then the Queen of Water. I don't think I need to read them, but it was intuition and action anyway. So, because of the me time, it's just like I've done what I could to not force myself, you know, without being that overbearing, thinking I know it all because I read these cards. Like, I'm really trying to avoid really like making a real big fool of myself. Like, if I'm going to be a fool, I'd rather make videos and sound stupid than to be all up in your fucking your block saying that I read some cards and, you know, this, that, and the third, like all up in your neighborhood. Like, no, we're not about to do that. So shit. I end up pulling a comic card from the Healing Crystals, and I actually want to read that. Also, the moon is here too from the Lenormand, and again, the social media and the nostalgia. Social media, like I said, social media, I can read that. It says, stalking, watching, looking, Inspector Gadget, what you doing, and with who. So again, somebody from the past could be on social media watching me. But it says, missing you, reviewing our past, looking at the old photos and videos. Or it could be somebody from my past, right? Somebody from your past. Somebody from the past is on social media, right? That's going to watch this process. Wow, they're going to watch this. You're going to watch that process happen. That's going to be the secret. I don't need to read the moon card, but that's what the moon is. The moon is about intuition, secrets coming to being revealed or being illuminated. That 8 of Hearts is the 8 of Cups. That's literally walking away. Oops. That's walking away from the situation. Because they decided to, or maybe even that's me walking away, right? To choose me because of the nostalgia of it all. I've put so much work into it, right? I've trusted the process. Now I'm like, it's like I'm literally giving it to the moon. The comic here, though, could mean something. But it has everything to do with your roots, your base chakra, right? But it's all about the foundation, where is it, Virgo, that family, right? That tree. That's what the root is, that base chakra. That's what they're talking about, right? But what the comic specifically stands for, 59. Comets that pass through the solar system may or may not have many cycles. Some pass by Earth by far distance, but there are also those that pass by very close. The comet is a wanderer. However, as it holds a lot of elements that deliver seeds of various life into it, it is not completely unrelated wanderer. Corresponding chakra, the first chakra, red, energy, a sign of good fortune and its resultant prosperity that seems to have been achieved by chance. So, and it's funny, because again, like, if we're talking about alignment, right, because you put in that work to align yourself in balance, to release, you know, to flow with the ocean, right? This is literally like co-creating with the universe. You're co-creating with the universe, or at least under the moon. You're at least working with the moon over here. But also, too, Eight of Cups, walking away. You walking away, right? But when the sun and the moon comes together, that's an eclipse anyway. So something needs to be cut out. Oh, well, yeah. The Reaper, right? That's why we're here. So again, like, if I'm not able to help you, right, I have to cut myself from this situation. Period. Whatever kind of addiction it was, like, and you probably gonna be mad, but I'm gonna be celebrating. Because I decided to open my chakras, to trust my intuition, right? And I cried for you, but it's time to cleanse the situation. Free will. Personal boundaries. We got to choose ourselves. It is what it is. You can come back around, but with this mask here, ah, shit. Ah, well, I see the key. There's a key in a cage, but up, and the one card, all these cards fell, but the one card that's showing is a coffin, but it's in reverse though. So there's potential there. There's still opportunity, right? There's still an opportunity. But the card that's at the bottom of the deck, though, is the Mask. So you're still not being your authentic self. And the only way it's going to work out if all parties can be in their true authentic selves. Our North nodes. Stop being so damn karmic, right? Stop working in the South node. Let's start finding out what our soul purpose is, right? Aren't you tired? Because I'm tired. Moose, you know what is best for you. So, now that I got that off my chest, I feel like, though, I don't know. I guess as far as, like, what I'm going to do is continue to make videos and get myself aligned. I just hope that, that when you do, or if you do, now that I'm aware, or if, this resonates with him or not, or even the Leo, right? It's one of them. Whoever it resonates with, but it's one of you niggas. But the funny thing is, I say that, and I got the King and Queen of Wands here. I'm fighting for you, so. And Passions is right under that. All right, I need to stop pulling cards because this shit is getting annoying. All right, well, yeah. But as far as the other person, though, if you want it to work out, you got to be real. Like, Queen of Cups, the Queen of Waters is here. That doesn't mean, just because you're an air sign that you're always in your air sign. Like, if you actually go into your birth chart, there's other signs that correspond with how the fuck you act. And it may be because you have a lot of air in your chart is why you lack communicating with me. And there's some other things in your chart as well that we have similar as well. Because I did kind of take a look at it, but I don't think it's accurate because I don't know your actual time of birth, which is only by a slight inaccuracy, but for the most part, it's accurate, right? But again, I don't really pull cards into that Aquarius's life, even though like I don't do it intentional. I feel a certain way, and then cards pop out, and I just get this feeling that it either could be him, or again that Leo, but I don't know. I just feel like all my emotions always seem to have some type of connection with, not all my emotions, but it seems like this shit, it seems like it relates to him in some way, shape, or form. And I'll be trying to figure out how to get out of that energy and get into something that's more productive and creative, that's really going to help a collective and not just, you know, help me. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped. But stay tuned, or at least check out, or stay tuned, because I'm gonna keep the Black Widow, the Reaper, and the Nostalgia cards, right, with the Sacred Fool, that self-love, and the Faith in the Process. I'm gonna pull from the Vlad Dracula Tarot, and I'm gonna pull from the Vlad Dracula Tarot, but I'm gonna see what other clarifiers I can use and try to see what story can be created from there. But thank you guys for watching. Y'all take care. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and also comment about if maybe you're feeling in this situation. If it resonates with you, let me know in the comments about what you're dealing with. If you pulled the Reaper, the Black Willow Nostalgia with the social media go-getter in the meantime, you know. If you know, pull cards yourself. Also, from the bottom of the Dreams of Gaia, there's a knowledge. This is the knowledge card, right? This is the major arcana as well, because it's up at the top. But that, it speaks of knowledge. So, again, this person is doing some research. Whether it be, you know, the soulmate or the cross-watcher or the karmic, but somebody's doing research. Somebody's in an entrapment, in a Black Widow, and a Black Widow is the result of it, but it has something to do with the family, though. Just be mindful of that. If you feel like you are being watched or stalked and stuff like that, if you don't feel like you're protected, then do, by all means, strap up if you got to. But for me, I don't got nothing. Well, I'm not gonna say I got nothing to worry about. We live in a dangerous city, but I refuse to carry a gun. I feel like that's what manifests, you know, the attention that you really don't want. So it's just like, you know, it is what it is. Strap up if you need to. Pray. I mean, I got my beads, my little prayer beads. I actually do pray without them. I didn't need them. I mean, it's for, you know, get your stones as well for protection. And also, too, start getting to runes, you know, scribes and shit. Whatever floats your fucking boat for protection. Like, don't let nobody tell you otherwise and this, that, and the third. Just make sure you do your research and mind your intentions when you get into any fucking thing. That's all I gotta say. But y'all take care now. Y'all have a great night.